You're not ready for this, folks. BlackRock, one of the largest asset management firms in the world, is pumping the price of XRP Ripple. Sounds crazy, right? But things are getting interesting. Documents have emerged showing that BlackRock is helping Ripple win its lawsuit against the SEC. This is the most bullish signal you can't afford to miss. Crypto experts are predicting XRP to rise to $1,400 and even higher. Pretty cool, right? But this is just the beginning. Let's take it one step at a time. Without further ado, let's dive in. Disclaimer: XRP is once again at the center of speculation fueled by major financial institutions, regulatory developments, and whispers of an ETF that could change everything. An ETF is a financial instrument that allows investors to buy exposure to an asset without holding it directly. ETFs make it easier for institutional and retail investors to participate in the market without dealing with the complexities of wallets, private keys, or direct crypto exchanges. For XRP, an ETF would mean mainstream adoption, legitimization, and a direct pipeline for institutional capital. So with the SEC lawsuit against Ripple nearing its conclusion, financial giants like BlackRock are watching closely. Analysts predict that an XRP ETF may be on the horizon. But what does this mean for XRP holders? And could BlackRock truly send its price? So soaring, BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager with $9 trillion in assets under management, is known for shaping global financial markets, while some rumors suggest that BlackRock is preparing to pour billions into XRP. The reality is more nuanced. Nate Ghazi, president of the ETF store, has predicted that BlackRock will file for an XRP ETF once Ripple's legal battle with the SEC is resolved. If true, this could bring instantaneous money flooding into XRP, drastically increasing liquidity and demand. Franklin Templeton, another financial giant with over $1.5 trillion in assets, recently entered the XRP ETF race, signaling growing interest from traditional finance. BlackRock, known for dominating the ETF space, will not want to be left behind. BlackRock won't just sit back and let competitors take the lead. This suggests that once regulatory clarity is achieved, an XRP ETF could be inevitable. Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs have already led to massive capital inflows, boosting their prices significantly. If an XRP ETF is approved, it could provide a similar surge, making it easier for pension funds, hedge funds, and large-scale investors to gain exposure to XRP. Jack the RLR recently shared a tweet highlighting the SEC's comprehensive proposal, suggesting that XRP is being positioned as a strategic financial asset for the U.S. economy. If the SEC recognizes XRP's role in the future financial system, it strengthens the case for an ETF approval. However, the SEC has historically delayed decisions on XRP-related ETFs, as seen with Grayscale's recent application. Despite these delays, the momentum is undeniable. XRP BlackRock, a well-known figure in the crypto space, shared that BlackRock CEO Larry Finking believes XRP will be used globally by 2025, solving the inefficiencies in the current financial system. BlackRock entering the XRP market could create a supply shock. XRP's total supply is capped at 100 billion tokens, with a significant portion locked in escrow. If institutions like BlackRock start acquiring XRP for an ETF or other financial products, demand could quickly outpace supply, driving up the price with the legal battle nearing its end. Financial giants like BlackRock circling and increasing institutional interests. Things are getting quite interesting. XRP is poised for a major shift. If an ETF is approved, it could be the catalyst that propels XRP into mainstream finance, fulfilling its original vision as a bridge asset for global payments. Exciting, right? But hold on, this is just the beginning. The kind of growth XRP is about to experience could be way bigger than anyone expects. With BlackRock circling and ETF on the horizon, and institutional money waiting on the sidelines, we could be looking at a massive price surge. And trust me, the predictions from top analysts will leave you speechless. Let's break it all down. So XRP's next move could be absolutely massive, and the excitement in the crypto community is reaching a fever pitch. Analysts, influencers, and even major financial institutions are all pointing toward a major breakout for XRP with predictions ranging from $10 this cycle to an unbelievable $10,000 in the long run. But how realistic are these projections, and more importantly, how soon could XRP skyrocket? Crypto expert Egg is among those who believe XRP is on a direct path to double and even triple digit prices. XRP could reach double digits this cycle, and even triple digits in the next cycle. He stated, citing growing institutional adoption and regulatory clarity as major factors driving the next explosive rally. Meanwhile, tweets from XRP enthusiasts reflect the growing anticipation. Steph simply put it, massive XRP breakout incoming. Amonix made his position crystal clear: buy XRP, hold, become rich. Do you understand? And the sentiment is spreading. XRP Queen admitted, I'm not going to be able to keep my eyes off the charts today. But perhaps the most eye-catching statement came from Random Crypto, who claimed that holding just 680 XRPP could be enough to become a millionaire this bull run. That would mean XRP reaching a mind-blowing $1,400 per token. And if you thought that was extreme, XRP consultant took things even further, stating outright XRP will skyrocket to $10,000 before December, while $10 seems entirely achievable. In this cycle, could XRP really go to $100 or even higher in the next? The numbers say yes. If XRP hits 10 to 2, this cycle, it would only require a 5 to 10 times move in the next bull market to reach 100. A completely reasonable expectation given the increasing global adoption of crypto. And in the most bullish scenario, if XRP reaches 27 to 33, this cycle, a simple 3 to 4 times would be enough to send it to the coveted triple digits. Beyond speculation, XRP's fundamentals remain incredibly strong. Experts believe Ripple is positioning itself as a key play in global finance, working alongside banks, governments, and major financial institutions to revolutionize cross-border payments. Some analysts predict that Ripple could become the 12th major global economic sector, integrating with industries such as finance, insurance, healthcare, and retail trade. If that happens, the demand for XRP would explode, driving prices to unimaginable heights. The stage is set for a massive XRP rally, and the predictions coming from top analysts and crypto enthusiasts suggest we might be on the verge of something historic, whether it's $10,100 or even $1,400 per XRP. The next few months could be life-changing for holders, and if BlackRock, ETFs, and institutional adoption align in the right way, XRP could become one of the most valuable assets in the world. And now let's dive into why XRP Ripple isn't just another cryptocurrency. It's a game changer for the entire financial system. We already know that banks and institutions are adopting it. But what if I told you that XRP is on the verge of global domination? This isn't just speculation, the signs are everywhere, and the most bullish signal of all time is right in front of us. Let's break it down. So the idea of XRP becoming the cornerstone of the US financial system is no longer just a speculative theory. It's starting to take shape, and the implications for its price could be massive. Recently, Wall Street veteran Linda Jones shared an intriguing claim by Joshua Dalton, founder of TBLO, that XRP could soon become a central asset for the US Treasury and financial institutions. Dalton's tweet created a ripple of excitement across the crypto space, stating, "They are clearing the path for Ripple to become the mainstream coin for the US Treasury and banks." And the truth is, these are not just empty words. Ripple's technology is already gaining traction with key players in the financial world. The mention of Michael Saylor, a known Bitcoin advocate, adds fuel to the fire. Despite Saylor's firm stance on Bitcoin, the growing recognition that XRP could play a pivotal role in the US financial infrastructure speaks volumes. Dalton even referenced Jack Dorsey's tweet, which suggested that Saylor may eventually warm up to XRP. This is significant because when major figures like Saylor begin to acknowledge XRP's potential, it signals a turning point in the perception of cryptocurrencies in mainstream finance. XRP's adoption by major financial institutions could trigger a wave of institutional investment, and that's where things get really exciting for its price. If Ripple successfully integrates its technology with the US Treasury and large banks, XRP would essentially be moving from the realm of speculative assets to the core of global finance. As we know, institutions control vast amounts of capital, and their involvement in a cryptocurrency can drive up demand significantly. Just imagine the scale of liquidity, demand, and legitimacy that XRP would acquire from these partnerships. In a world where the financial sector is under pressure to modernize, XRP offers a solution. It's not just about making payments faster, it's about providing a digital asset that can seamlessly integrate into the existing banking infrastructure. The ability of XRP to settle cross payments quickly and cheaply makes it an appealing option for banks and governments looking to optimize their financial systems. Furthermore, Ripple's growing list of partnerships with banks and payment providers around the world shows that XRP is not just a pipe dream, it's becoming an integral part of the payments ecosystem. And the more institutions use XRP for these real-world applications, the higher its value could soar. What does this mean for the price of XRP? Global adoption on this scale would likely cause demand to skyrocket, pushing the price higher as institutions and individuals rush to buy in. Fact, as XRP gains traction in institutional circles, experts are predicting significant price surges. Some are even talking about a $10 XRP this cycle with the potential for triple digits in the next. With more entities embracing XRP for real-world use, its value could be set for an explosive rise as seen with Bitcoin and Ethereum. Once these cryptocurrencies cement their place in global finance, they can experience immense price growth. XRP could very well follow this path, and of course the whales couldn't stay away. They're continuing to buy, accumulate, and transfer millions of XRP Ripple coins under the radar. This kind of activity is a massive bullish signal that could completely change the game. Stay tuned, because what's happening behind the scenes is about to blow your mind. So as XRP continues to surge in both value and popularity, it's no surprise that whales, those large institutional investors and deep-pocketed holders, are making waves in the market with over $5 billion worth of XRP transferred in just 24 hours. A dramatic spike in transaction volume has become one of the most significant bullish signals for this cryptocurrency. This surge was partially fueled by President Donald Trump's announcement of a U.S. strategic crypto reserve that includes XRP, which sent the price of XRP soaring by nearly 40% within a single day. But the most intriguing part of this price movement lies in the massive accumulation of XRP by whales, who continue to buy and transfer millions of XRP behind the scenes. According to popular crypto analyst Ali Martinez, large investors accumulated nearly 1 billion XRP within this period, signaling a growing confidence in the token's future. This significant accumulation aligns with a sharp rise in active XRP wallets, which have jumped by a staggering 620 in the last week alone, from just 7,458 active addresses to over 460,000. This surge in wallet activity reflects growing interest from not only retail investors, but also high net worth individuals who are beginning to recognize XRP's potential. As a mainstream asset, whales in particular seem to be leading the charge. On-chain metrics reveal that more than 261 additional wallets now hold over 100,000 XRP than they did just 10 weeks ago, indicating a sustained accumulation trend. It's no secret that whales play a crucial role in driving market price action. These large holders have the power to move markets with their transactions, and as more whales stockpile XRP, it creates upward pressure on the price, especially when combined with the widespread adoption. Ripple has been driving in cross-speed payments and financial applications, so it's clear that the massive influx of whale capital and the ongoing rise in adoption suggests XRP is headed toward even greater heights. The question isn't whether whales will continue to pump the price of XRP, they already are, but how high they can push it before taking profits. With global adoption and regulatory clarity on the horizon, XRP's value could see new all-time highs, especially as more whales continue to bet on its future as a mainstream financial asset. And the only question remaining is, what are your thoughts on that? Are you bullish on the XRP Ripple token? What are your predictions? Let me know in the comments section. I would be curious to know. And with that, we come to the end of this video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the content and found it valuable, make sure to hit that like button, leave a comment with your thoughts or questions, and most importantly, don't forget to subscribe.